All right, I think that's going to be the new theme music for Untitled University.
Yeah, it definitely indicates that something's about to go down.
Whenever there's a break in the conversation,
Just put Shaft on.
that's only the theme for Shaft.
They say this cat Shaft is a bad mother. I'm talking about Shaft.
I'm just talking about Untitled University.
He's a complicated man.
Complicated University channel. Anyway, so I don't think anybody else knows. So I thought I would do Untitled University every other week and other podcasts every other week. So what are we missing? What have we not covered on channels already? Probably a lot of stuff.
I don't know, but you're a bit low.
My sound is low.
Now it's good.
I was just saying this is going to be a Gun Channels University. I don't know if anybody else is going to show up. We'll see. And what else, what kind of stuff have we not covered about gun channels before in the past? One of the things I figured I would get the ball rolling with is I would try to come up with an itinerary or whatever they call that. Not itinerary, it's travel. What do you call it when you're starting a school year? They tell you what you're going to learn all year.
Your itinerary?
That's what I thought, but I think that's for driving.
Yeah.
Right. Well, whatever that word is, that's what I was thinking about making a list again of stuff that's worth covering. Because then when it comes time to do these shows, we already know what we're supposed to talk about. So I thought some navigation might be in order, that kind of thing. And then, of course, stuff comes up, we'll address those concerns. No, we're not going to do anything in the chat.
Oh. Yeah, your sound is like coming in and out.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder what's different. Maybe because I turned my volume up really high? Is that better?
Yeah.
All right, well, I don't know. Kind of wanted to keep it on topic and make it a Gun Channels University, but just you and I don't know what we're going to talk about. So,
Well, the good thing about navigating the website is it hasn't changed too much in a while. So people are
right, like after the
getting familiar. Yeah, it's getting easier and easier the more familiar you get. And it seems like a good, what do you call it? Not a format, but setup.
It seems like we're getting 5 or 6 people that sign up a day. You know, assuming nobody like Yankee doesn't do anything to encourage people to sign up, and then it'll be a lot more. But I think I see people in the chats and stuff, but I'm not sure. Maybe I should put out some sort of a, you know, survey or something. Like, what are you looking for in a online community like this? I don't really want it to be all these live things. I've always said that, but it's hard to know without just going in and following everybody around to see what they're using on the site or whatever. It seems like the hashtag gets used quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it seems like a lot of people use the front page. It's hard to, I can't say exclusively. They definitely use the front page. I don't even know if there's a way to count how many things go on the front page every day. other than just watching page views over there. But seems like there's a lot of questions that get asked and then answered. So not digging that. And ideally, that means that somebody can find those questions and answers also. So if somebody's looking in the future, they'll be able to have that info there.
Yeah, survey would be good because, people think of stuff that we don't or you don't. That could be a gold mine.
Curriculum, thanks. That's what I was looking for.
There it is. Does the trading post still get used a lot?
I wouldn't say a lot. You can kind of monitor it from the front page. You can see when somebody posts something there. So there's new things there maybe once a week. Maybe that many, like maybe once every 2 weeks. So I guess that's good and bad. I don't want it to be we don't want to try to be a gun broker or nothing, where all of a sudden everybody is just here for the sales. That kind of happened in forums. But on the other hand, I don't want it to be so boring that nobody ever goes over there for anything. So I don't know. I guess another thing to put on the survey or something would be has the trading post been successful? I know a couple of people have bought and sold things there, but I have no idea what percentage that is of the things that were bought and sold there. Thinking the next priority is probably to get a bowling team. I don't know how we're going to work that in so many different parts of the country, but I feel like it's a priority.
Yeah, we need the shirts.
Yeah, and the gloves. There's like gloves with the metal in them. We can maybe use them for shooting. Maybe. And the shoes. We can rent shoes every time. Maybe we could just have a shoe rental thing for gun channels. Like every month, a new pair of shoes shows up, and then you can return them at the end of the month. Edge could spray him out with some kind of disinfectant, keep him in his house.
Yep. We'll have like a holster and belt spray or something. Spray it in the shoes.
Have rental holsters. That's a good idea. Although I've never heard anybody ask for those, I'm going to encourage Nate to start that as an industry. Rental holsters at ranges. It can be a little confusing if the range rules don't allow you to draw from a holster, but doesn't mean they can't offer you a rental holster also.
Yeah. You just put it in your booth or on your table.
Holy shit, I got it reposted. I haven't been reposted in forever. Do you link to anybody anymore? Speaking of Instagram?
No, not really.
I quit doing it a while back, and then, oh shit, Panteo started following me. The video place?
Yeah.
Shit. My screen capture thing don't work for shit. It always changes pages, and then I take pictures of stupid shit.
I mostly just tag you, gun channels, hashtag Nicole, Yankee, and whoever I think will be interested from gun channels in that. That's on IG.
Yeah, I do that. If there's something that's like of interest to somebody, I'll try to tag them. But then I was doing like you and a couple other people all the time, and then just got sick of it. I wasn't getting reposted by anybody, and then some other shit happened. So I was like, well, I'm going to quit reposting, or I'm going to quit linking everybody. And it just made it like so much less work because I didn't realize I was into that routine. But that was quite a bit of copying and pasting and whatnot. So
Yeah.
now I'm just not lazy.
Yeah, I was too lazy to ever really do that in the first place. I mean, I did it a few times, but my Instagram's growing slowly but surely, so I don't need any of that.
Well, I really don't see the point of growing Instagram. Really, it's
Yeah,
just kind of a challenge, kind of a thing to do, I guess.
yeah. I got a competitive spirit.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like a game, I guess. There is a way to do better than just normal. Like, you can do nothing and do fine. You can just sit there. Or if you do certain things, you'll do better. So that means if you do certain other things, you'll do even better. So it is kind of neat catching on to some of those, whatever they are, phenomenons. But I kind of just like taking pictures. So,
Yep.
SOE gear has like a, what do you call this thing? Badge holder. I haven't seen. There's not too many ways to do one differently, but it's definitely a different design than I've seen before. They stuck their, I'm talking about badge holder for like whenever you go to an event or whatever, and you stick your badge in it, so you don't have to use the lame one they give you.
Yeah.
You wear it around your neck, so it's sort of like a little tiny square that you wear around your neck, and then you put your thing in it. Usually, they have either like their stupid label on the front somewhere because they think they're so good they got to put their label on it, or on the back somewhere, or they don't put a label on at all. Theirs is on the front, but inside, like behind where you would have your badge normally. So it's there, but then as soon as you put your badge in it, it's not there. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. You'll probably see some Kydex ones. Are you going to SHOT Show?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yep.
I've never seen a Kydex one yet, but yeah, I would imagine somebody might. Just
Yeah.
with like maybe rivets, you think, or you think folding it?
Probably, I don't know.
It would be a little heavy, but honestly, some of the nylon ones are getting outrageous and get pretty heavy. And there's Maxpedition people, and then there's like Blue Force Gear people. So there's people that like having it with as many options as possible. Well, I don't know. There's a link out, and we are live, and there's a bunch of people watching, so we don't have to run this as a university. I was thinking trying to get on the schedule of doing these things as lobbies, but I don't know how long we've been in here, like an hour, 2 hours, and nobody's even jumped in to join us, and we've got no notes coming in from the chat here. So I'm thinking since Pink just posted the lobby anyway, maybe we just lobby it for another hour and a half until Rick starts up. I don't think there's a point in having a show with a title like University, and then just have it be boring banter.
Yeah.
But if anybody does want to jump in, feel free. I do want to start doing these things, so I don't know. I don't want to turn this into a lobby, especially when Pink literally has a lobby going. So I'm going to let the lag hit or whatever. We have 11 viewers. I'm assuming these are people from Gun Channels. This is running on the Gun Channels channel, so I'm sure the only people that are seeing this are on Gun Channels. I'd like to start doing these every other Tuesday, and do some of the navigation stuff. And I don't know. I guess ideally, I'd like to get other people involved with doing some of this stuff too, so that nobody has to wait for me, and it doesn't have to be all my influence or my direction or whatever. So I'd like to make this sort of like a roundtable or something where anybody who has questions that the group can answer that have to do with building your identity online or using one of the social medias out there, kind of the behind the scenes stuff involved with creating content. And then, of course, anything that has to do specifically with Gun Channels. Ideally, these things will just start going every Tuesday with somebody hosting them the same way that we're able to do in the lobby. I think people have keys to this account, and if you don't and you're interested, contact me however, or its easiest way is gunwebsites@gmail.com or through Gun Channels, and let me know you're interested in hosting Gun Channels universities, and we'll get you keys to this account so that then the videos will go up on the account and be here and everything.
Oh, we got a smeggy.
So I don't know how much of that you heard or when you found out we were running this thing live. I'm just trying to do these things every Tuesday again, or at least every other Tuesday until we can get them running again.
Yeah, I just jumped in. I have no idea what we're talking about, but I'm sure I'm an expert at it.
Well, it's Gun Channels, so yeah. So this is Gun Channels University. I'm just trying to think. Just Moon helped me jump in here and start one to just kind of get the ball rolling. I didn't really have any topic except for the general Gun Channels type of topics. So I'm going to try to do these. Rick's doing his show at 9 p.m. Central, which is, I guess, only an hour difference for me. So that means it's an hour and a half still. So we could potentially run this thing for another hour or so and not conflict with Rick. And my Tuesdays got kind of thrown around a little bit. So I used to have Tuesdays open. I think I still do. So if somebody wants to start showing up and doing a how-to type of show type of thing on our podcast or whatever this is called, live event on Tuesdays, I guess this is what this is, to get the ball rolling. So for this one, I was just going to say anything gun-related or gun channels related. Did you have any ideas or questions or stuff? I guess we're kind of maybe building a curriculum of what to do in future shows on like this one.
Yeah, I actually have, I don't know if it's kind of a question or whatever, but recently I actually started a channel. You know, I started that weekly wrap-up channel, and sorry, I don't really know how to change all the stuff and everything. You have any tips or pointers for people that start their own channel, what type of stuff you can do? Because it's different than just a member page. It's a separate thing that other people can join, and you can let them change stuff too.
Sure.
You want to touch on that a little?
Capture. Let me screen share or whatever, and I will show you. But I got to get something to drink.
And I'll just go ahead and plug that real quick. The Weekly Wrap-Up is a channel that people can post different links to articles or media, and it really helps put the newsletter together, I think. I don't know. I wasn't here last week. I'm going to ask G-Webs if it actually helped. But at least it collects everything throughout the week, and it should be easier to find.
I like your question because you said it was a channel and not a, what's the difference? Not a member. It's a channel. Do all channels have, I guess not. I was thinking the channels had windows and like a chat window.
Right, and that's just it. Not all channels. A lot of shows, they have their own channel.
Yeah, so if you have the weekly wrap-up has a chat window and the video window, but you can still post stuff in that? Like, where does it show up? Underneath all that stuff?
Okay, so I'm going to screen share. I think. Is that screen sharing now?
Yeah.
All right. So when you join Gun Channels, you're a member, and you create a member account, and then that member account can create channels. It can do other things also, but one of the things it can do is create a channel. So I'm just explaining that to differentiate the difference between a channel on gunchannels.com and your account when you log in. So when, like, Smeggy logged in to Gun Channels, he then went over to here to community and then down to channels, and then he went over to create a new channel, and then he created a channel, and he already did that, so I'm just going to scroll down to it, and he called it Weekly Wrap-Up. And he just went through, I guess we'll do a whole nother video or something, or a walkthrough or a tutorial on how to create the channel, but it's fairly basic. You just click that button over there that I just was on, and then follow the screens. That I'll ask you some questions. So you're talking about this main page. It's different. I'm going to open up another window It's different than the lobby, which is another channel. It's just that it has a big picture up here at the top, and then it's got the live window from this one is all about doing the lobby chat, and then the chat below it. So that's what you're talking about, how that one looks different than this one goes right into just like posts or something.
Yeah, but which channel does the weekly wrap-up video play through?
Right. So there is no weekly wrap up kind of window, I don't think.
Okay.
So in other words, like the lobby has this, or I'm going to go to another channel called Gun Channels University, and it's just a channel on gun channels, but it also has the window that we're in right now. I'm going to open this up and then mute it. In other words, like the lobby. And then eventually we'll have a window inside of a window inside of a window inside of a window into infinity. And then I will move my cursor in front of that, and that might be some sort of electronic version of a black hole. We'll find out.
Maybe it's like that movie where you go inside a dream, or whatever. What was that thing called?
Inception?
Chat window.
Yeah, that's...
window. Oh, I have to hit live. No wonder it's not updating.
Maybe it's like that movie where you...
Oh,
what's that thing called?
Oh, and then I have to lock it on me. I figured it out. Now it'll start going to infinity, I think. There it goes.
So we've done weekly wrap-ups before. Where were we doing those?
I think I just did them on Gun Channels University. So
Okay.
a channel is like Play-Doh. A channel is moldable. So I don't know where else. I'm trying to think of. YouTube really doesn't let you change the channels around, and
It's kind of like a Facebook group, because you have multiple members can join the channel. Like, I added G-Webs as an administrator, so he could maybe help me do stuff. If he wants to do the video there, I don't know how to add that kind of stuff.
well, I'm going to show you. Sorry, I just had it sitting on this page because I was kind of curious to see how much infinity it would go, but I'm pretty sure I can only see 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a black dot. So, isn't that oh, maybe I can do this stuff. Sorry, I'm a nerd. I like the idea of seeing infinity. How do I get it over now? There we go. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here for just a second while I see how many screens I can get in here. And then I'll show you the difference. So the channels are sort of modular or manipulatable, whatever the word is, malleable. You can change them to how you want. So the ones that are focused on a live event like the lobby or the Gun Channels University and stuff like that, we set them up to be like they open up to the lobby, but you can open them up to other things like photographs. You can open them up to the group discussion, because a channel can be based off of discussions. It can be based off of any theme or topic. And let's see, I'm gonna get a bunch, I think. All right. Well, I gotta wait now because I'm almost.
Did I lag out, or did you just, like, get obsessed with zooming in the picture?
No, I'm sitting here waiting for the lag. I zoomed in already a while ago, and now I'm just waiting for my little loop here to catch up and recenter. Fascinated. But as soon as it's done, I'll bust open and show you what I'm talking about. And like I say, I'm not going to make this the only time we talk about these channels or whatever. I'm going to start to do some separate walkthroughs. Trying to schedule my time so I do these things deliberately, but things like the furnace and stuff are just screwing with it. So eventually we'll have little walkthroughs, like a big fancy website that has little videos that tell you how to work everything. Are you able to still see it doing that? I'm down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I know I'm going to be able to get at least 10 or 11.
I got 9.
Did you ever have I'm sure everybody's had the kind of bathroom mirrors where they open up on the two sides so you can angle them just right and it turns into like a big circle?
Yep.
1,000 of you and sit around the table.
And then you can't figure out which one is the real you.
No, then sometimes I walk out in a completely different parallel universe. It's weird. But okay, I think I finally got to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 11, maybe. All right, sorry. So I was in
But it goes to 11.
Okay, so now I'm going to jump back. So that's the lobby and the gun channels are basically set up the same way. They just have a big picture at the top, and then basically it's the overview really. But they have a section for the video and the chat room. The lobby's set up the same way. So your weekly wrap up is set up kind of out of the box, I guess. It goes to updates. So it's going to go to be more of like exactly what I think you wanted it to be. A place where people can just drop stuff. So the first thing they do when they go to weekly wrap up is they go to the place where they can just drop something. So there are other tabs, I guess is the way to say it. There's other pages to your channel here, and that's the stuff on the right. So you've got the update tab, which we're on. You got an info tab, which is kind of boring. And I'll show you. I usually remove it because are we even looking at it? There's nothing to it. The overview is what everybody usually uses, what we usually use to show the video and stuff. But the overview is empty until you create it. So that's what the overview looks like when it's empty. If you want a channel to just be links, like we have channels that are there to help people organize things or get to things like index things, you might want to have it open just to links or whatever. These are the different pages that a channel can have, and by default it just has a whole bunch of them. So then as a owner of the channel, like the person that created the channel, you can go into this little button, edit channel details. So regular people won't have that, but whoever creates the channel will have that. And you guys been in here yet?
Yeah.
You said you made me an admin, so I'm guessing Smeggy, you've been in here too?
Right. Yeah, just a little bit. I made it at work real quick, and I didn't really have time to mess around and look at all this stuff yet.
And that's one of the reasons I feel like we need to do some walkthroughs and stuff like this so that people can get comfortable with this, because that's the neat part about gun channels. You can do all this. So let's say you want your channel to be something else and or look differently. So you go down to this layout, and you just got to click that button because it's kind of locked. You unlock it basically, and then you don't have to remember this part of it, but just so that you can see under the hood or whatever, I'm just changing it around a little bit. And then when I go back to the channel, like when you just go to weekly wrap up, now it'll go to this, to the overview page. If it was a channel where we wanted it to go to the links page first, we could change that as well by finding the links. And putting them up top.
Yeah, that might be the thing to do on this one. Just this one specifically is have it go to the links. Because that was really kind of the whole point was, the gun channel's main page, people drop a bunch of stuff in, and I was kind of hoping that, like, the cream of the crop, people would add to the weekly wrap-up channel, and then that way, when you're trying to put the newsletter together, you can scroll through that and maybe even handpick a couple more out of there.
Right on. Okay. Well then,
a little bit of work throughout the week instead of trying to do it all at once on the end of the day.
Yeah, let me address that then. I was away when you were asking about that, and it worked well. I mean, we wouldn't even, the newsletter this week was very small. It was abbreviated, but it wouldn't even exist if we didn't have that channel. Because I was able to just go to that channel and grab everything you had there. So, yeah, this is going to work out great. So now to just continue on with my thought here, you can put the links on the main page like this. So now when you go to weekly wrap up, if you went to navigate for it or search for it or something, you would find it, and it's going to go straight to this links page now. Like I said, there's a lot of different pages over here. the question would be, where do you add a link? So then you would just click on updates, and then when you post something with a link, it'll automatically be filtered out to that front page with the links.
Oh, okay.
So we can set it up to be right on the update page so that this place is always right there, and then
Yeah, I
everything.
think that's better.
Okay, so then I'll just go back to edit, and here.
Yeah, because I like being able to add, you know, a little note about the link, like, hey, this is a really good article, and then put the link in, or I can't believe this is so dumb, and then put the link, you know.
And what I think is cool too is that somebody can come by and comment on it. So that way, you know, oh, this link was bullshit, or here's the Snopes that says it's, you know, wrong, or here's the another 6 other people that link to it also, or something like that, or here's a video that has to do with it. So,
But aren't you worried about people packing hidden loaded guns? Like the Wild West? That one particular article was pretty bad.
What was it that you were trying to do specifically to the channel?
what do you mean?
Smeggy. To the weekly wrap.
I don't know, because I don't really know what I wanted it to look like or what would be easier to use. But then again, like I said, I didn't even know quite what all the options were. I haven't poked around inside actually making the channel.
So let me just finish up then with, if you want to change this top thing, it's just like Facebook or whatever, just grab a picture and jam it in there. You can,
Yeah, I tried making that little bear be the picture, but it cuts off the words, and so then it ends up just being like a little bear.
big bear.
Yeah, or a big bear. I just like that you have no right to my arms.
So, but basically, you can grab any picture and just cram it in there, and then change anytime you want. So another thing you can do over here, it doesn't have to be as complicated as all that. When you want to change something else on the channel, you can do that from over here. Change the name, that kind of admin type of stuff. But I think more often, like you were saying, you might want to add another admin. So just as soon as you start typing their name, I'm not even a member. You have to be a member of the channel, so whoever would be a member.
That was a problem I found on. It's not. It doesn't have anything to do with gun channels, but on Instagram, when I try to link my autoloader channel on Instagram, it will only accept a website and not a page from a website. I guess I have to write a letter to Instagram.
Wait, what do you mean? Like on your Instagram profile page?
Yeah.
Oh, it wouldn't let it be that long, you mean?
It won't let me link it to the autoloader channel. It'll only let me link to gun channels.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah.
Is it because of the length of it? Like it cuts it off? Or
It didn't
put the whole
seem
thing in
too long.
and then it redirects? Huh. I know you got to put the HTTP in front, otherwise it just shows up as the no link.
Yeah, I think I tried everything.
And that's, another thing about making the channels. I noticed a thing where it says, add people to this channel. So you can do that if you create one. You can just start typing their names and just add them. So.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because that's what I did with you. I don't know if you then later found it and joined yourself or whatever, but I added you like a minute after I created the thing and set you as an administrator.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I could do that. What are you on here? Is Moon?
Where?
The channels? Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you can just like, what do they call that? Not draft. What do they do that when the pirates would grab you off your boat and you're a pirate now? Conscript. You can conscript people into your channel.
Yeah, that's what I thought you had to do way back when a channel would first pop up, and you had to make it so people could just join instead of like asking to join.
Oh, that's if you just go to the main, whatever this page is called. The, wait, get started. No, edit info. This is just on the main page when you go in to manage your thing. It's one of these things.
Yeah, yeah, I figured it out
Okay.
finally, but
I don't know.
I was adding people before that.
I guess it's kind of nice. It lets you create a group or a channel, I guess, that is invite only. It'll let it only be visible to people that are members. So if you want to have something on here and speak privately, you can, and have a whole thing, a whole channel and everything, where it's all just for members only.
Right. Yeah, you can. New members have to be accepted. You can change that.
Like the We Love Hillary Clinton group, private group.
Yeah, we don't want that to get overwhelmed. Everybody loves Hillary, and there's only so many people that can fit in one of these chat rooms. Let's see. There's a lot of stuff we could get into. This one's kind of, at this point, kind of haphazard, but not seeing any other specific questions, but that's kind of the point of this one, is to get the ball rolling. So I was going to show you, I made the AZCDL channel just today so I could show those guys that it exists or whatever. And I was just going to say, you can set up a channel for something like a group or a company or whatever you're going to do it for, and like on the weekly wrap up, we don't really have a website for it or an email or a contact number, but it's just as simple as typing them in there, and then they'll be there for everybody as links.
So are you gonna do a podcast specific to that on that channel?
For the AZCDL,
Yeah.
well, right now they're using Yahoo groups for their leadership. I don't know what to call it, like horrible mess of communication, and it's insane. And I'm trying to still figure out how to go backwards in time to learn how to use it again. And I'm going to let them know that this is here at least, and if they want to use it, they can use it. I'm not going to be able to, I can't change anybody's mind. I don't know if these people like the internet or not or what, but if they start using it, then hell yeah, we'll use it as for sure. I made the overview a little different on this one. I just literally went to their website. So if I open this up, I think it's still on the screen share, right? I just literally opened up the overview. Let me do it on the weekly wrap up because that's blank. So the weekly, when you create a new topic or whatever, you're going to get a big blank. Well, I guess you wrote something in here already.
Yeah, just whatever.
So basically, when you click on it to edit it, there's what you had already wrote. And then I'll just hit enter, enter, enter. And what happened to their webpage? I just literally went over here and highlighted it. And then you can either drag and drop or copy. And paste.
Nice.
And that's all I did on the AZCDL one, and it's, oops, now I have to go to overview, and that's what it would look like, and then you can spruce it up if you want to change colors and stuff. I just dragged and dropped, and it left all the colors and stuff. I'm just going to delete it so it's not on the channel.
Man, my channel's been hijacked after a week.
It's back to normal again.
I know, you're just showing. Just joking. And that's the thing, the weekly thing, it's not really my channel. I set it up because I saw a need that, hey, we all can work together to try and pull this stuff together. It is something I'm interested in. I enjoy doing that, collecting data and saving links and, I really like the idea of the newsletter, because you can look back a couple months and be like, oh yeah, that's what was going on that week. So, again, another plug for that. Everyone, if you're listening, go join that channel and then start posting some stuff to it. I'm pretty shameless. I'll just plug anything that I'm doing.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. So I thank you for putting it up there. And yeah, like you say, then once some people start using it, who knows how big it can grow, and then the newsletter will be even more effective. So awesome. I don't know. We got another hour before Rick starts. I think, right? Yeah. But I'm not seeing much. Wait, I think I closed the person. That's what yeah. All right, I guess it'll tell me over here. We got 12 people watching. So, any other questions? I'll leave it to the. See if we get some people asking or asking questions after the live here. Did you guys have anything else on channels ish to bring up? Questions to talk about?
Nope.
All right. Well,
Gun channels is awesome.
yeah, that's a good way to end it. So let's just jump over to the lobby, and then we can just chat about whatever. And this thing can be a little bit less of a train wreck, but hopefully it was useful a little bit, if nothing else, Maggie. And then if anybody else has watched this, we'll see some more channels popping up. And maybe I'll try to do these every other week, and then that in-between week, I can work on some walkthroughs and little video tours and stuff to show people the different options that are available to them. All right, thanks guys for showing up. Let me hit the screen share off so we know what our awesome background music is, and we'll go out with our somewhere around there. Oops.